Hailing from the coastal region of West Africa, this is a Sibondël headdress, made by the Baga people of Guinea. It's part of a dance costume performed by young men and symbolizes defiance and reinvention. The headdress is shaped like a box with an opening on the bottom. The top is like a miniature stage, which displays 7 human figures surrounding an elephant. The head of a hare faces outward at the front with various decorative elements around the sides and on the back of the hare's neck. While we only have the headdress, traditionally it is placed on top of a long pole and supported by a conical substructure. Raffia hangs down to the dancer's calves and is covered by a shorter cloth skirt. The skirt alone is as tall as an adult man, about 6 feet. The Baga people are an ethnic group of Guinea in West Africa that includes indigenous tribes that share cultural and linguistic similarities. Their culture has been directly affected by political and religious changes in the region that ultimately decimated ritual art in the latter half of the 20th century. The Sibondël somewhat replaces another headdress called the abamp that dated from the 19th century to the 1930s. Baga Koba sculptor Komfori Kinson is credited for the invention of the Sibondël before 1935. The Sibondël was an opportunity for younger generations to update archaic imagery, and it spread to other tribes. The hare is a common figure in West African oral narratives and is characterized as being devious and manipulative, yet able to get out of sticky situations. It's also a figure of defiance, and especially relates to the Baga youth that literally shaped and contributed to the evolution of the culture. The elephant is another political nod, a symbol of the Malinke-dominated political party of the first president, Ahmed Sékou Touré. The figures on top are arranged in a particular manner. The front 2 male figures are seated on tall stools, marking them as important figures. 2 women, who may be their wives, stand behind them on a small raised platform. The 3 male figures in the back stand guard. The middle figure holds a spear. While the outer figures have lost their arms over time, they would be holding long weapons as well. Their hair and facial features are quite detailed, like the lines that create texture and patterns in the women's hair, and the intricate facial features that vary between each figure. The headdress is part of a costume for a dance mainly performed on the first night of wedding festivities, but it's also performed for other public celebrations, like during the full moon in the dry season or the arrival of a dignitary. A young man in his 20s performs the dance, accompanied by drums and singers, in a sandy and centralized area near the chief's home where there is room for dignitaries to sit and for people to gather around. Before a dance performance, the entire headdress is rubbed with palm oil to make it shine. It's semi-sacred to the Baga, and when it's not in use, it's stored in the bedroom of a young man charged with its care.